have joined, so we can start. Can you guys see my screen and hear me well?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start, guys. Now we'll be starting with our practical with compute. Compute is the service overall. Let me open the portal first and I'll show it to you. So if we go to services, compute is one of the service from Azure in Azure. And under compute, we have many things like virtual machines, VMSs, etc. So as of now, we are just going to learn virtual machine. We'll start with virtual machine, and this is the biggest topic. We are going to spend at least 5 or 6 or 7 sessions on this, or maybe more than that. Right? So look at this. This is a category of service. Under this, we are going to learn availability set. Theory part I have explained. We will see it in practical. We will see virtual machine scale set. I will explain it to you. We are going to see virtual machine, which we are going to start right now. And that is the most important part we have in this compute section. We have many things here like disk pool, image template, lab accounts, but we are not looking at this, all of these, right? Virtual machine, availability set, virtual machine scale set. Mostly asked virtual machine and virtual machine scale set. So we'll be focusing most of our time on virtual machine as of now. Okay, so let's see what is a virtual machine and then how to create it. So if I go here and quickly start reading it, what is a virtual machine? I have already explained it to you, right? Anyone who did not understand that part, what is a server, physical server, virtual server, and top of that machine which we have that is called virtual machine. Anyone who's not clear with that concept, guys? Yes, guys, anyone who did not understand the concept of virtual machine? We covered it in session 1. Anyone who missed it, who did not understand it, please feel free to tell me now before we go ahead and start creating the virtual machine.
Yeah, I had missed the first session
Okay.
recording.
Yes, fine.
I
Watch
see
the
the
recording
recording
once.
and
Yes.
then
Yeah,
yeah.
watch the recording once. And I mean, the first one, I went next to the introduction. If you have missed the introduction, we did not discuss anything in introduction round. The second session, technically. But yes, watch it. We have one session for virtual machines. What is virtual machine? You will get an idea about it. And still, if you have any questions, let me know. Okay, so now let's see how to create a virtual machine. So to create a virtual machine, like we search for Azure Active Directory, like we search for resource group, similarly, we have to look for virtual machine. You can either come here and search for it, or if you have been using it most of the time, you will already see that in your recent services somewhere here, like I can see it here. And if you don't see it, click on virtual machines. So the moment you click on virtual machine, you will see something like this. Here you will see your existing virtual machines and you get an option to create a new virtual machine. You guys will not see anything here because I'm sure all of your subscription, they do not have any single virtual machine, right? Or let me go ahead and create one in your subscription, one of your subscriptions. So I'll log into Iram's subscription. Did you already disable that, Iram?
Yes, I did.
Okay. See guys, she did it, and that is the reason I did not get that pop-up which talks about multi-factor authentication. So this is how it should be on your subscription. Whoever the subscription owners are, please make sure you do this, or assign the global admin role to someone and ask him or her to do it. It will be a good practice for them. If you guys don't have time, and if you don't want to try it, give it to someone else. Assign the global admin role. Just ping in the group that I have assigned this global admin role to you. Could you please do that? Okay. So now let's start creating virtual machine. Now look at this. I won't see any virtual machine here. So I can create it from here. I can create it from here. Can you guys see my cursor? When I say from here, I move my cursor also. Can you see it?
Yeah.
From
Yeah.
here
Yes,
or
sir.
here you can create. Okay. So we are talking about Azure virtual machine. Can I create a virtual machine without having a resource group in this subscription?
No,
This always a
it's a
resource.
required.
Right.
Without resource group would not be possible.
Okay, first let's see what is my role in this resource group. What is my role in this resource group?
Owner.
Fine. So now let's say now I don't have my resource group here. Okay. So here I can select the subscription. Let's say I don't have my resource group. Can I create a new resource group?
Yes, from the create new
Yeah.
option.
Okay. Instead of me, let's say I'm logged in with Ilyas's ID. Can he create a resource group?
No.
Why not?
No. Because he doesn't have owner access, he has only reader access.
Right. So understand, guys, understand the hierarchy. Resource groups are in a one umbrella, are in they are under subscription. So if you don't have access on subscription level, an access which can make something new or change something, you will not be able to create anything. The only option you will have is to select your resource group. This is the only option you will have. Okay, now if I guess I see I don't have a resource group here, right? So either I will create new, or apart from that, let's say if I select Ilyas's resource group, will I be able to create a machine here?
Yes,
How?
because it's already a resource group. We can have virtual machines under that, right?
No, but it is Ilyas's resource group, right? How am I able to create it? Or for that matter, let's say now Ilyas is logged in. He wants to create a resource group in this. He wants to create a resource in this resource group.
If he has owner level access or owner access in the subscription level, he can do it. Otherwise, he cannot.
Correct. So see guys, because I have owner access on subscription, so by default I have owner access on all these resource groups. So being an owner, I can delete something, I can create something. But when Ilyas logs in, and if Ilyas tries to create a machine in Ajaz's resource group, will he be able to do it?
No.
Yes.
No.
No. Whoever said yes, no, that's an incorrect answer. No. Why? Because Ilyas has only reader access. He can only see Ajaz's group. He cannot amend something in it. He cannot create something in it. But he can choose his own resource group. And why is he able to create something in his own resource group? Just because names are matching? Is that the reason? What is the reason that Ilyas is able to
It's
create?
already a resource group.
He was assigned as a owner on his resource group.
Yes,
No,
Ilyas, your answer is incorrect. What do you mean by it's already a resource group? Even these
no,
are
no,
resource
sorry.
groups. No, that's okay.
Correct,
See,
correct.
if I'm correcting you guys, don't think that I'm highlighting you or anything. I told you that this is training. This is a place to make mistakes. That's completely fine. Just because once or twice maybe I tell you that your answer is incorrect, do not stop answering. Unless you answer, how would I know what is your understanding level? Where are you guys struggling, right? So even if it is incorrect, try to answer. Just do not give one word answers. That will get you into a bad habit, right? So Elias, just because names are same, that is not the reason. You will be able to create a resource within your resource group, because if you go to resource group level and check, you have owner level of access on your
No
resource group.
access.
That is the reason you will be able to create something on your resource group. But when it comes to other resource group, you have only reader access. You can watch them, but you cannot make any changes. You cannot edit something. You cannot create something in it. So this is the reason, not because the name is same. Okay, and not just because resource group is there. उस लॉजिक से तो रिसोर्स ग्रुप ये भी हुआ, the resource group is here, but you cannot create anything in
Correct.
Aksa's resource group. Why? Because you have only reader access over there. Only two owners are there. Only Aksa can create something, or I can create something because I have owner access on the resource group level, on this subscription level. So by default, I have got owner access on this resource group also. Is it clear?
Got it.
Okay, so I'll go and create it. Now, because there's no resource group, either I'll use someone else's resource group or I'll create my own. So let me create my own resource group. So you will see that how to create a resource group also. That's all I have to do. Just my resource group is there. Okay. Now, why do you think there's a drop down here?
You could have multiple
might have
subscriptions.
So if I go to my subscription, if I go to UT-Kloud subscription, look at this. And if I create a new virtual machine, I will see 2 subscriptions here and I can select one of them. See, pay as you go and UT-Kloud. So if I select pay as you go, I will see only those resource groups which are under pay as you go. Do I see any resource group under pay as you go?
No.
And the moment I select UT-Kloud, I'll see these resource groups. And now if I go to my subscriptions resource group, I'll show it to you. How many resource groups do I have under pay as you go and how many do I have under my UT-Kloud? See, this resource group, it is a part of UT-Kloud subscription. This resource group, it is a part of UT-Kloud subscription. So all resource groups are a part of UT-Kloud subscription. There is no resource group under pay as you go. So let me create one. So now when I go over there and try to create a resource, try to create a machine, and if I select subscription, I will get this resource groups according to that subscription, whichever I have selected. If I select pay as you go, now how many resource groups should I be able to see?
One.
Yes, only
One
one,
which
which
you
I
have
have recently created because there is only one. Okay. And if I select UT-Kloud, I will see all of these. Now, in this case, let's say that you do not know about the situation of this subscription. You do not know, you only know this page. So what is the reason there is only one subscription? I can see only one subscription. Let's say you do not know the background of this subscription. You don't know for sure that there is only one subscription. You don't know anything. I have just given you this screenshot and I'm asking you, what are the possibilities that I am seeing only one subscription? What are the possibilities?
That you have owner level access only for one
This
subscription.
subscription.
Okay, whoever answered that, that is a bang on answer, a correct one, but it's not only owner level. Even if I would have reader level of access on some other subscription, at least I would have seen it. But yes, you went to the exact correct direction. So there are 2 possibilities. One is that there is only one subscription. The second possibility is there are multiple subscription, but you do not have any access on that. Even if you had reader access, you will see that subscription. You will not be able to do something here, but you will see that subscription here. Is it correct? Did you guys get it? Is it clear?
Yes.
Anyone who did not
Yes.
understand this?
Sohel bhai, can you please repeat once again?
Okay, Iram, would you like to explain it to Ijaz?
Yeah, so this is basically he's asking that if we are seeing a drop down here, why is he only seeing one and why there is a possibility. So I might have multiple subscription, but I've given him access only to one subscription. Even if I had given him another access as a reader as well, he would be able to see multiple subscriptions that I've given him access. So until unless you don't have an access to it, you'll not be able to see anything other than the criteria that are given an access level to you.
Is it
So
clear,
I have
Ijaz?
given him access on.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
So the
fine.
question was कि यहाँ पर एक ही सब्सक्रिप्शन क्यों दिख रहा है? What are the possibilities? The answer is या तो एक ही सब्सक्रिप्शन है तो आपको एक ही दिख रहा है, or there are multiples but you have access only on one subscription. That is the reason. Okay, so I've selected subscription, I've created the resource group. Now I'm giving the virtual machine name. Yes, Jyotsna.
So, well, I have a question. Now, when you were trying to disable the multiple factor authentication, it let you go through, all the way till you did everything, and then it said you don't have necessary permission. So, will it be the same thing here that it is letting you select a subscription where you just have reader access? Then you fill in all these things, and then while creating, it will say you don't have access?
Good question. No, what will happen? Yes, it will allow you to go to a few steps and then it will give you in middle somewhere, it will give you the error message. Not immediately here. The moment you select, it won't show, it won't say with a red line or something that this you have only reader access. That won't happen. It will allow you to go to some few steps next and it will give you error. Try creating, you have that option with you. Select this subscription, select any other resource group other than yours, and then try creating and you'll come to know when do you get the error. Got
Okay.
it, Josna? How to try that?
Yes.
Let's say if I add you
understood.
to IRM subscription, you will have your own resource group. So don't create a machine in your own resource group. Select someone else's resource group, fill the information, go ahead, and then see where do you get the error message. Okay. So in this case,
Sure.
again, let me go here. I'm selecting my resource group, virtual machine name. It can be any name, that doesn't matter, any name, but it's always a good practice, guys, that you follow some sort of naming convention, because in actual environment we always follow naming convention. So it should not happen that the duplicate names are being used, though Azure will not allow you, but still application का नाम अपने हिसाब से होता है. For example, if my company's name is UT-Kloud, so I'll use my company name first. What kind of application it is? It is a test application. What kind of operating system I'm planning to use? I'm planning to use Windows operating system. Do I already have 5 machines, 6 machines in this? Yes, I do have 5 machines, so I'll put 6, something like this. Sometimes they use region name also. This is called naming convention. So try to use, you create your own naming convention, I don't mind, but then follow it. Let's say someone you can use with your name, you can use with your account name, subscription name, your city name, whatever you want, but I want you to follow something and stick to that. So if your first machine is first, second one should be second, third one should be third, something like this. Do not just be random XYZ ABC. It is a bad habit. It is just about habit. Technically both are correct. Yes, Satish, you're asking something?
Sir, in real environment, they will be give the company will be give that the
Definitely.
name of
Yes,
virtual
yes.
machine, right?
Definitely they will
Okay.
give you. Definitely they will give you. They will have n number of machines and they will tell you. I'll show it to you how a request comes. In fact, I'm going to give you a request. After today's session, we'll make sure that everyone has access. Sorry, after tomorrow's session, and I'll give you a build sheet. The build sheet will have every information, that which subscription do you want to create a server, which resource group, what should be the name, what should be the region, what is the availability option. You just have to deploy it, and that is how you have to explain it in your interview. That I used to get the details and my job is to deployment. Don't worry, I'll give you tomorrow. We'll have this task, don't worry about it. Okay.
Sir, in case anything we have wrong inserted in the virtual name or something else, so anything will be problem, or we have to delete. We
We'll
can
discuss that
delete that.
later. We'll discuss that.
Okay.
Are you talking about this training or actual job?
In actual job.
No, we'll discuss that later.
Okay.
Okay, so you
Sohel
have
bhai,
given the name. Yes, Sajas.
since you're the owner here, so
Hmm.
that you can create the group and declare anything in this, right?
Exactly.
Okay. Okay, fine.
You will not be
Sorry.
able to do it. You'll have to make sure that you select your own resource group. And in actual
Okay.
environment also, you'll rarely see you getting a complete subscription owner level access. I mean, architect team will have, admin team you'll rarely see. If you're working on some particular app, you will get access on that particular resource group. I told you resource groups will be based on applications most of the time. So you in real time also you won't get this kind of access. Right?
Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
So you type the machine name and then region. There are multiple regions. It's a different topic. We are going to discuss that. As of now, whatever comes, take it. Leave it. Do not worry about it. I will be explaining it to you what is region, though I have already explained, but here what does it mean? I'll be explaining it to you. Okay. Availability zone. I hope you can remember now. Availability zone, availability set. Do you guys remember this?
Yeah.
Yes.
What does it mean if I take availability zone? What does it mean?
Availability zone means in the region which we have taken, there are how many zones available.
Right. So as of now, we'll stick to no infrastructure redundancy. And this information also you will get it. Though I'm going to ask this question again on this one, but we have less time and I want to get this into recording, at least creating a virtual machine. Otherwise, I have many questions on this one. That what if I select this? How many machines are being deployed? What will happen? I have many questions for this on to you guys. Tomorrow I will ask, so make sure you again go through and read the theory, availability zone and availability set. Not talking about virtual machine skill set as of now. But as of now, we are taking no infrastructure redundancy. I do not want any kind of high availability. I told you, if you remember, that is optional. Okay. Security type, you always take standard. We'll discuss this later, and this is a new option, but you always take standard. Image, which operating system do you want? People who are comfortable with Linux, go ahead with Linux. People who are comfortable with Windows, go ahead with Windows. I will be taking Windows as of now, so it will be easier for you guys to uh, build something, or you can take Linux also, up to you. Windows 10, anything. Virtual machine size. Okay, what kind of size? What do you mean by size? What should be the RAM and what should be the CPU? If I want higher machine, 16 GB RAM, 4 CPU, I can take that. If I want a very small machine, 3 GB RAM, 1 CPU, I can take that. And you can see, as per the configuration, the prices are being changed here. This is a per month price. Okay, again, we will have a detailed discussion on this one. I just want to get into recording as of now. Create one virtual machine. I want this to be in recording. We'll explain this everything one by one. Select a username. Now, which username it is? This has nothing to do with your username. This is the username you're creating for the machine which you are planning to deploy. Like you have your Windows, you do Control Alt Delete and log into your laptop. So that username you're selecting here, because you're gonna have a machine now. Okay. Here also my recommendation is use the same user ID and password for all of your machines. Otherwise, you guys create some random username, random password, and later on you forget. You have created the machine, but you forget the user ID and password. So choose your own user ID and password, but be consistent with that. Okay. Public ports, public inbound ports. As of now, check all these. Don't worry, we will be explaining everything in detail. I told you we are going to spend many sessions on this one, but this information I'll share it with you tomorrow. That I want you to create a machine. What should be the name? Name I leave it up to you guys. What should be the region, etc., etc. I will share a task with you, right? I'll share it with you, and whenever I'm saying default, you just leave it to default. This one I'll let you know. I'll tell you which one I want, and what is this, what exactly it is, we'll explain it later. Disk part, don't make any changes. We are going to do that later. Networking part, do not make any changes, just click next. And we are going to explain each and everything. We are going to learn everything from here. Okay. Management part, do not do anything. Monitoring part, leave it. Advanced, leave it. If you have curiosity, go and read it, but as of now, we don't have to do anything. Just create. So you're filling only basic information and you are creating a virtual machine.
For every virtual machine, there is a cost involved, Sohail.
Yes, for every virtual machine, obviously. And guys, remember, whenever you create something, once you're done with practicing, you have to delete it. Otherwise, look at the charges. You're gonna spend all of the money, and your colleagues will not have anything. Your other fellow members, they won't have money to practice, right? So please, zero tolerance with this. If you guys are just leaving resources like this and wasting money, I give the full authority to the subscription owner. Feel free to remove that person or just delete the access completely. Because once one
It can be
person's
deleted instantly.
responsibility, yeah, it can be deleted instantly. I'll show it to you. I'll create it, I'll delete it for you. So the question here comes is, what all resources get created with the virtual machine? Now, irrespective of your understanding, guys, I'm expecting you to answer this question. Okay, whether you understand it or not, that is a secondary question. Understanding, we are gonna do it in upcoming sessions. The question here is, what all resources get created with virtual machine? And this is very frequently asked question. I am going to show it to you now. You want to take a screenshot, you want to write it down, however you want to do it, but you should be able to answer this question. Even if we are not explaining it, maybe in third, fourth session, that is fine. I'm expecting you to mug it up. Okay, so now let me show it to you. what all resources are being created with one virtual machine. So to check that, I will have to go to the particular resource group where I have created my virtual machine. So which resource group did I use to create my virtual machine?
Sohail.
Yes. So you can go here, select resource groups, and go to Suhail's resource group. That is one method. The another one is I can see it here, right? I can simply click on this and I can go to that resource group. I mean, if I can click here also, just I wanted to keep this screen also, hence I'm using another tab. Plus this is still being created. Your machine is not yet ready. Okay, look at this. Now I created only virtual machine. What all components got created, guys? Can someone quickly read it for me?
Yeah, virtual machine, public IP address, network security, virtual network interface, and disk.
So this is the answer to that question. Though public IP address is optional, I will talk about it later. But whenever an interviewer is asking that what are the components that get created with a virtual machine, network security group, virtual network interface, and disk. These four should be there in your answer. And you can say public IP address, which is optional. Is it clear, guys, to everyone?
Yes.
Any
Yes.
doubt? Any doubt in this question? What is it? Don't worry about it. We are going to learn that. Is the question clear to you? Exact same question you will hear in the interview, that what are the components get created at the time of deployment of virtual machine. You should be able to answer these four components. Okay, now let's say the machine is ready. You can go to the resource, which means you can create another virtual machine from here, or you can go to the resource, which means you can go to that virtual machine. Now if clicked on that, I can click it from here also, but I went from there. Now we are going to look at the virtual machines details, and we are going to complete these tasks one by one, all of these. So first few sessions we are going to spend in creating virtual machines and see all those options, and then next sessions we are going to spend all these options: activity log, IAM is same everywhere, tag, networking, connect, Windows Admin Center, disk size, uh, advisor, availability, scaling, identity, logs, bastion, auto shutdown, backup, disaster recovery, everything. So that is the reason I told you we are going to spend a lot of time around virtual machine. And once you have understanding of this one, you are half ready for the interview. I mean 40 or 60% questions, they come around from here, from this page, from these options. Okay, so this is your virtual machine. Yes, tell me.
Yeah. So we'll check on insights as well as insights, metrics, and health.
Yes, we'll do that. That comes under monitoring. We'll cover that at the
Monitoring,
last.
correct.
Yes,
Okay,
we'll do that at the last. Monitoring, we'll keep it for the last session.
okay, thank you.
Okay, so this is how it looks, guys. This is your virtual machine. Now if you want to log into your virtual machine, how to log in? Using a public IP, you copy your public IP. You use a tool named RDP, which is remote desktop connection. You will find it inbuilt tool in your Windows machine. You type RDP, and this is how it looks. This is only for Windows machine, guys. Linux machine, there's a different method. Then you paste your public IP here. Look at this. You get your public IP here. Connect to the machine. Click connect. Okay, more choice. Which password will I use here? Oh, sorry, which ID will I use here?
The one which you have created.
Yes. Yes.
Top,
This is
top.
this is the place where you forget your password most of the time. Hence I'm telling you, make sure to use same user ID and password to all of it, because we are going to create many machines now, and it happens. I have experienced it with many of the batches. It happens. I created the machine and I wanted to check something. That, let's say I give a task to you, you created the machine, and I wanted to go ahead inside the machine and check something, and if I ask for user ID and password, then you say, yeah, I forgot, because you are using
Sohail bhai, one
random
second.
user ID and password. So don't do that.
But Sohail,
Sohail bhai,
you're saying that once we create a virtual machine, we have to delete it. Then how we would be able to, practice on that virtual machine if we are deleting right away. So can you give a clarity on that?
No, not right away. Let's say if I give you a task today, right? That create a virtual machine.
Okay.
The moment you create I'll give you the task and everything. Don't worry, guys. Don't overthink about it. How we have been doing it previous batches, I assign task, you create a machine, I go ahead, I check the machine, and either I delete it or I ask you to delete it. It is charging you 14 rupees per hour. So it's okay. We can afford that. 14 rupees per hour. You can keep the machine for
Sohail bhai,
2 hours. Yes.
Sohail sir.
Yes, tell me.
See, I'm just reminding it. Tapot is the name of the virtual machine, right?
No.
Can you just please explain what is a tapot once again, please? I can
The
step by
user
step.
ID of my virtual machine. Example, you have laptop in front of you.
Yep.
So how do you log into laptop?
With my ID, with my login ID.
Yes, that is what I created here, because this is a laptop. Let's say this is a machine. This is nothing but a machine. Like you have a machine. This is a machine similar to that.
Okay.
So we required a user ID and password to use that. This is what it is. So tap
Okay.
out
So
is yes.
So this tapot and your password will be used for the rest of the all of the virtual machines, or all the time it changes?
No. Is your password on your laptop will work on your brother's laptop?
No.
Exactly. It's
Never.
same thing, guys. It's your laptop, just a virtual method of that, virtual way of that. Okay. Answering your question, you can come here and see when you create your machine. I mean, you can come here. In fact, if you are part of this subscription, whoever is part of IRAM subscription, you guys will be able to see the virtual machine now. Go to your subscription, search for virtual machine, and you will be able to see this machine. So under here, under overview, you will see the virtual machine name. Obviously, you are not able to see the password and user ID. This is the computer name. This is the virtual machine name. Okay. Someone else was asking something. Sorry.
Sohail, putty will come in picture over here.
If it is a Linux machine.
Okay, if Linux, then putty.
Yes.
And if in Windows, there is no putty,
RDP.
right?
It is RDP. So people who do not understand Linux, don't worry. Don't create a Linux. Create virtual machine, create Windows virtual machine. Use this tool. Take remote. Simple. People who has understanding of putty and Linux, install Linux. Do that. I mean, whenever I assign the task, don't do it now. I will assign the task. Don't worry. Okay. So for today, guys, this is it. I don't want to mix up this session with anything else, because I'm gonna name it as virtual machine. So whenever you guys have some doubt, you can go ahead and at least create a default virtual machine, right? So if you guys have any questions related to this, do ask. We have 5 minutes left. I'm not starting with a new topic now. Or meanwhile, I'll show it to you. Delete. Meanwhile, I'll show it to you how to delete it. So to delete it, you can come to your resource group, select all resources. Here you will see delete option, and if someone is using a small screen, their screen will finish here and they won't see a delete option. So click on more. A more option comes here, and there you will see a delete option, but somehow you have to find this delete option. Click on delete. Click here, copy this, or just type delete here and select delete. Everything will be deleted. Okay. If you want to delete whole resource group, you can use this option, resource group. But guys, do not delete your own resource group, because you can delete your resource group. Being an owner, you can delete your resource group, but you won't be able to create your new resource group. Then you will have dependency on your subscription owner. So don't delete your resource group. But yes, a subscription owner, if you think someone is misusing, feel free to delete their resource group. If let's say if you see that 5 machines are running, public IP is running, because public IP is also not free, guys. Everything which is here, you're paying for that. Okay, if I keep it for a 1 hour, you will see your balance is gone and you will see some deduction from here, right? So if some subscription owner sees that 2-3 virtual machines are running, and if all public IPs are there and they're not doing anything, no one has informed you that okay, I'm practicing, don't delete, I'm doing something, don't delete, feel free to delete all resources. And if you find twice and thrice, come here and delete the resource group. So how to delete a resource group? You come here and you delete the resource group. And you guys, you can deleting your own resources. Either you will delete it. See, some practicals are there. You create it and you delete it. I don't even have to check. You can send a screenshot to me. Whatever task I'll give it to you, I'll give the detailed instruction. Don't worry. If I want you to send a screenshot and delete it, I'll tell you that. If I want you to create and leave it, where I want to check something, I will check and I'll either delete it or I'll tell you that I have checked, you can delete it. So don't worry about it, guys. But whatever you're practicing at your own, make sure you delete it. So you come here, select these options and simply put on delete. And you can delete one by one also. But if you are doing it one by one, there's a particular order. I mean, before deleting the machine, if you try deleting public IP, it won't happen. So don't do that. Don't get into that. Delete all of them as of now, and it will automatically get deleted in that particular order.
So now we are unable to see the machine, right?
You will be able to see. It takes some time to get deleted. You can still see if you go ahead. Yes, tell me.
Sir, in case we want only virtual machine disk and network interface, we do not want public IP. So it's also mandatory. It's okay. We can keep we deleted for public IP also.
No, sorry, didn't
And
get
we
your
keep
question.
rest. We can keep everything and we delete the public IP. It's will
Yes,
be take also
yes,
money.
yeah. Definitely, the majority of the money is going here under virtual machine. Public IP is also costing money, but virtual machine is, let's say if it is 14 rupees, so 10 rupees is being costed for your machine and the remaining 6 rupees are divided here.
Okay.
Because in virtual machine, you're using their storage, you're using their CPU, you're using their memory. Till the time you're using it, they're not able to rent it to someone else. Okay, guys, so we are about to finish. See you guys tomorrow. I'm going to assign tasks to some of you to create a machine, and then I'll fill this Excel file again with a new user. Guys, one more request. While this file is open with me, do not edit it. Okay, I'm going to add some new users here, and you guys can practice then. Tomorrow we'll finalize the complete user list. Okay, guys, see you tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, this video is going to be uploaded today itself.
Sorry?
This video is going to be uploaded today itself.
I didn't get it.
This session video is going to be uploaded today.
Yeah. I'll do that. Don't worry. I'll do that. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Thank you. Bye.